Communicative English, Unit 2, 2.1. Speak English professionally, in person, online, and on the phone. Being fluent in English is a useful tool that opens up the world of opportunities. From understanding English taught university courses to finding employment and in an English speaking company, a grasp of the language can open up many doors for your future. However, it can be tricky to become fluent in the language when you don't live in an English speaking country. While you can learn grammar and practice with your friends, becoming genuinely competent in the language enough to power through job interviews isn't that easy. So, if you are committed to becoming fluent but you are struggling to take your language skills to the next level, you can please check out the tips that let me discuss with you what are the reasons for learning professional English. Even if you are not looking for an English speaking job, all of us know. First thing is you will have more job opportunities, no doubt about it. Many large businesses now require that you speak English, especially if they deal with any international customers or partners. So, knowing English will open doors for a better career and make you will be able to communicate better no matter where you are in the world. Since so many people know at least a little bit of English, you can use this language to communicate. You will have an easier time getting promotions, even if you start at the bottom of a company where knowing English is not that important. You will have an easier time getting promoted if you know English. Many managers, executives, and other important company members must. You will have the chances to work abroad. If you have been hoping to move someplace that speaks English, getting a job there will be very important. Knowing English will give you an important advantage where and when. Let me give you a few tips. First of all, change your electronics to English. Think about how often you check your phone, laptop, and other electronics. Imagine if you thought about speaking English as often as you did this. By changing your apps to English, you will be reminded of the vocabulary throughout the day and get into the habit of thinking in English without translating it first. It might be tricky to navigate your devices at first, but once you get used to it, you will find language as second nature. Think in English as often as possible. Even if you cannot speak English all the time, this doesn't stop you from thinking in English. Whenever you are daydreaming or having an internal monologue, try and switch from your mother tongue to English. This will allow you to practice your skills without fear of getting it wrong to others and encourage fluent flow. With all respect to our mother tongue, I would like to make this clear that practice makes perfect. And soon enough, you are likely to watch all films and television in English. By watching all your TV and movies in English, you will begin to develop your listening skills and learn colloquial phrases you won't find in textbooks. Just like living in English speaking countries, English speaking movies and TV often speak faster than educational listening exercises and often use more informal language. While it's important to learn grammar rules and correct vocabulary, being able to use colloquial terms is also useful for speaking. Stop thinking of yourself as a student. Stop thinking you are learning English and accept that you are improving your skills. This simple change in mindset can give you the confidence that you need. If you are reading this, the chances that you are already have a good grasp of the language is there. The only thing stopping you from being good and being great is your own perception of your skills. Acknowledge how much you already know and focus on the next steps. Never ever stop learning. Becoming fluent in English is not an end destination, it's a life choice. You never stop learning new words and meanings in your mother tongue. So, why should English be any different? There are always new vocabulary and context to add to your skills. So, constantly challenge yourself to improve. This will stop you from becoming complacent and losing your fluency over time. It might seem daunting to know you will always be learning, but take your time and tackle the language at a pace that suits you. Even when you have mastered conversations, there will always be room for improvement. So just take it one step at a time. Becoming fluent in English is a valuable skill both for education and beyond, no matter where you live in the world. Once you're fluent in the language, the world will become your oyster. Focus on a profession. Professional is a catch all category. That means it is a very general term that includes many different professions. Professional English classes and courses are always helpful in giving you some access or getting you set for any business requirement. Depending on where you want to work, you are definitely going to need some specialized vocabulary in addition to your general business English. To make sure that you can actually use your English skills in the world, use your time outside classes to learn professional English that is relevant to your industry. The vocabulary you learn, the news that you read, and every other learning should have your industry in mind. This will definitely help you face a better job world. Listen to the radio. Wait, the radio still exists? Yes. Even in an age of computers, streaming services, and TVs, the radio is still one of the best places to get your news and information on the go. There are many news and talk shows on the radio which you can listen to on the way to work or school or while you are doing other things around the house. Listening to news or industry talk shows you can expose you to professional English as well as to opinions and ideas about things that are happening in the business world. The radio has also learned to work together with the internet to be heard anywhere you live. Many radio websites stream their current program. If you cannot access the station that way, you can use a service like TuneIn, which lets you listen to radio stations from anywhere in the world. Mix business English with regular English. Even if you are learning professional English, you might still be learning regular English as well. The two do not have to be separate. You can easily learn both at the same time. Learn things in pairs, combining your casual English learning and vocabulary with the professional version of it. For example, if you are learning words related to shopping, you can also learn words related to business expenses. A receipt is called an invoice in the business world. The store you just bought pants, a pair of trousers, is a retailer which buys the trousers in large numbers from a wholesaler. You want to buy more things, but you have a low balance in your bank account. If you were on a business related shopping trip, you would have called your low balance a small budget. Let the business and the casual worlds of English join together and be one. Use a social media aggregator. A social media aggregator combines different social media websites and information into one convenient place. Services like TweetDeck and HotSuite let you customize what you see in your social media stream. You can watch people having a conversation on a specific topic on Twitter or see updates about a business or industry and what people are saying about it. After you set up an account for any of these services, you can follow the conversations on your topic of interest. Once you feel confident enough, join in. Social media is a public conversation that anyone can contribute to. Leave a comment, send a reply tweet, and you will be getting great practice for your professional English. Go face to face. Nothing beats real conversations and meeting people in person. Talk to people who work in the business you are interested in. Visit meetings or special events open to the public and just get yourself out there. You'll be getting practice, but you will also be networking, that is, meeting people who might be able to help you in your career one day in the future. If you're nervous about your level of English and it's preventing you from joining conversations, tell people that you're still learning. Most people will be happy to help slow down or explain things if they know you are also learning. Let me give you a few tips for a successful professional phone call. Anybody who is learning English knows how helpful body language and facial expressions are to fully understand a conversation. This is why so many language learners feel anxious when the phone rings and they have to speak in English. Let's be honest. Making a phone call can be stressful in any language, but there are simple steps you can take to have successful, clear phone conversations. First and foremost is to prepare. If you have advanced notice, be sure to prepare for your phone call. Write down your primary objectives and specific vocabulary words that you are worried you might forget. Do not write a detailed script. If you are reading your notes word to word during the call, it will be distracting for you and you will sound unnatural to the other speaker. No matter what, it's a great idea to review key phone call phrases. You will notice that modal verbs like would and could are often used to help the tone of a conversation polite and professional. Let me discuss with you a few key phone call phrases. While making the call, you can say hello and your name. Hello, good morning. Then I would like to speak to you, please. Could you please transfer me to such and such a person or a department? While receiving a call, you can say hello, good morning, good afternoon. How may I help you? Or you can start, remember, how you can start is hello, this is your name. But always keep in mind never to start a phone call with hi and your name. Stating your intent, that is, I'm calling to discuss, or I'm calling to ask about, or I would like to know, or do you have a moment to discuss something, like that would do. Leaving a message, I would like to leave a message for such and such a person, or could you please take a message. Taking a message, I'm sorry, he or she or name isn't available today, can I take a message please? Making small talk, how are you doing, how have you been, how have your projects been going? Ending the call, thanks for calling, have a great day, thank you so much for your time. These are some of the call phrases that you can use while making a phone call. Slow down. Often, English language learners believe that fast English is the best English. This is not necessarily true. When you speak too quickly, you are very likely to make grammatical errors, mispronounce words, and confuse the person you are talking to. Take a deep breath and slow down your speech. If you are in the middle of a conversation and you feel completely lost, don't be afraid to briefly pause the conversation. Quickly and quick and easy phrases to pause a conversation. For example, wait one moment while I write this down. Could you please hold for a moment? I'm going to ask my colleagues about that. One moment, please. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but could I call you back in a few minutes? Ask for clarification. During a professional phone call, it's very important that both the parties understand the information communicated. So if you don't understand something, do not pretend that you do. When in doubt, always ask for clarification. Some of the clarification questions and answers could be, could you please repeat that? I want to be sure I have the correct information. I am sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time? I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat what you said? Then, do you have any questions about what I have said so far? A great strategy is to repeat or summarize what the other speaker says. You might feel silly repeating their words, but it's an excellent way to confirm that you understand. For example, when person A speaks, we'll complete the payment by next Monday at 10 a.m. Person B could communicate, excellent, our accounting department will expect the payment at 10 on Monday morning. So you are confirming what you listened from person A. Next is follow up. If you're worried you didn't understand the phone call, send a follow up mail or make a follow up phone call. It can be especially difficult to catch exact addresses, phone numbers, and other logistical details on the phone. Take notes during the call so that you know exactly which points you might need to follow up on. Follow up phrases like, I'll be sure to send you a follow up email to confirm the details we discussed, or I have a few follow up questions that I'll send via email. Could you please send me an email confirmation? Something like that will definitely help you when you follow up. Let me discuss a few tips that can help all of us improve our English. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. That is the first and the most important point. Be confident. People can only correct your mistakes when they hear you make them. Point number 2, surround yourself in English. Put yourself in all English speaking environments where you can learn passively. The best way to learn is through speaking. Practice every day. Make yourself a study plan. Decide how much time you spend a week to study something that you would love to, and establish a routine. Tell your family and friends about your study plan. Get them to push you to study and also don't let them interrupt you. Point number 5, practice all the 4 skills. In many of the slides we had discussed what are the 4 skills. They are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. They all need to be worked on for you to improve. Keep a notebook of new words you learn. Use them in sentences and try to say them at least 3 times when you speak. 7. Do a lesson at least once a day. Point number 8. Memorization of lists is a common way of learning vocabulary for a test. It's a good exercise for short-term studying because you often get information, and when you store it in your memory, it will be very helpful for you. Point number 9. Use your body clock. If you are not a morning person, study in the afternoon. Point number 10. Plan to take a test. You will find that you work harder when you need to study for something. Saying that it's better not to study just to take a test. Think of the bigger picture. What can you do when you have a good command of English? How will the quality of your life improve? Give yourself a long term goal. Focus on working towards it. Give yourself short term goals too and reward yourself when you achieve each one. Create an atmosphere in which you want to learn, not because you have to. You will learn more when you are learning because you want to. Know what works the best for you. Think about what methods you have been successful for you in the past and stick on to them. Figure out how you learn. It can be by memorizing, reading, speaking, summarizing, or other methods. Find out how you study the best. It can be in a quiet place by yourself or with a group. Get help. If you don't understand something, you have to ask someone. Ask your teacher or classmates or friends to get help. Review, review, review. Make sure you take the time to review things you have studied in the past. It's not a good idea to study on your own for more than 30 minutes at a time. Take regular breaks. Watch DVDs rather than TV. Watching TV only gives you a chance to hear something correctly first time. This is better for high level students. Read graded readers. These books are especially written for your level. So read a whole novel. You can do it. You will feel great afterwards. Children's books. They have easier words and are a good alternative to graded readers. Newspapers are a good place to find passive constructs. Read for the general meaning first. Don't worry about understanding every word. Then go back and look up new words. For a word that you don't understand in a sentence, look at the other words around it. They'll give you a hint. Try to guess the meaning from the context. Learn new root words. They'll help you guess the meaning of the words. For example, scrib means write, min means small. So these kind of words will definitely help you. Here, the sway links to both the subunits have been shared. You can have access to the sway links. With this, we have come to an end of the session. Kindly watch all the videos embedded in the MSV and complete the self-assessment by 11:30 hours, same day, to get your attendance recorded. And kindly post any questions for clarification in the discussions from the link available in the student portal. The answers to your questions will be available in the program FAQs repository link. Happy learning and have a great and safe day ahead. Thank you.